So once again, good morning everyone, and welcome to our subjects for today. The topic is all about managing a global system. So in this lesson, we will be able to answer the following questions. Number one, what major factors are driving the internationalization of business? Number two, what are the alternative strategies for developing global businesses? Number three, how can information systems support different global business strategies? Number four, what are the challenges posed by global information system and management solutions for these challenges? And number five, what are the issues and technical alternatives uh, to be considered when developing international information system? So in this topic, what we look at, of course, is the way on how we'll be able to go about building an international information system infrastructure suitable for your international strategy. So the international information system architecture consists of the basic informations system required by organization to coordinate worldwide trade and other activities. The basic strategy to follow when building an international system is to understand the global environment in which your firm is operating, and this means understand the overall market forces or business drivers that are pushing your industry toward global competition. So a business driver is a force in the environment to which businesses must respond and that influence the direction of the business. Likewise, examine carefully the inhibitors or negative factors that create management challenges. So factors that could scuttle the development of a global business. So once you have examined the global environment, therefore, you will need to consider a corporate strategy for competing in that environment. Okay, so to discuss with us the topic, to understand on how will your firm respond and you will ignore the global market and focus on domestic competition only, sell to the globe for the domestic base, or organized production and distribution around the globe. There are many in between choices. Let us all welcome our presenter.
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Carl Angelo Belgimino, and I will be presenting today the topic about managing global systems. So, first, here's a quote for everyone about related to the topic. It is not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive, but those who can best manage change by Leon C. Megginson. These are the learning objectives. Number one, describe the major factors driving the internationalization of business. Describe the alternative strategies for developing global businesses. Explain how information systems support different global business strategies. Describe the challenges posed by global information systems and management solutions for these challenges. Describe the issues and technical alternatives to be considered when developing international information systems. This is El Oriel's Global Makeover. The problem: large number of brands, products, locations, complex production processes, multiple systems. And then this is the solution: SAP's ERP system implemented globally, integrated with Aprisos FlexNet for operations management. Demonstrates the need for global firms to have global systems for monitoring production. It illustrates the use of enterprise software to enforce global quality and production standards. The growth of international information systems. Global economic systems and global world order driven by advanced networks and information systems. Growth of international trade has radically altered domestic economies around the globe. For example, production of many high-end electronic products parceled out to multiple countries. For example, the Apple's iPhone global supply chain, their product, the iPhone product. And this is the global Apple's iPhone global supply chain. Apple designs that the iPhone in the United States and relies on suppliers in the United States, Germany, Italy, France, and South Korea for other parts. Final assembly occurs in China. Then we have this one, the growth of international information systems. Strategy when building international systems. Understand global environment under that we have the business drivers for global interpretation, inhibitors creating management challenges. Then develop corporate strategy for global competition, develop organization structure and division of labor, consider management issues. Under that, we have design of business procedures, re-engineering, managing change. Then consider technology platform. And then we have this one. From the top, we have global environment, business drivers and challenges, then corporate global strategies, organization structure, management and business processes, technology platform. The major dimensions for developing an international information systems architecture are the global environment, the corporate global strategies, the structure of the organization, the management and business processes, and the technology platform. Then we have global business drivers. General cultural factors lead toward internationalization and result in specific business globalization factors. On the left side, we have general cultural factors, which compose of global communication and transportation technologies, development of global culture, emergence of global social norms, political stability, global knowledge base, and on the right side, we have the specific business factors, the global markets, global production and operations, global coordination, global workforce, and global economies of scale. Challenges and obstacles to global business systems. General cultural challenges. Under that, we have the particularism, social expectations, and political laws. Under cultural particularism, we have regionalism, nationalism, language differences. On social, we have brand name, expectations, and work hours. Political laws, we have transborder data flow, transborder data and privacy laws, commercial regulations. And these are the specific challenges. Standards, reliability, speed, and personnel. Standards, different EDI, email, telecommunication, and standards. Telecommunication standards. Reliability, phone networks not uniformly reliable. Speed, different data transfer speeds, many slower than United. Personnel, shortage of skilled consultants. State of the art. Most companies have inherited patchwork international systems using the 1960s era batch-oriented reporting, manual entry of data from one legacy system to another, and little online control and communication. Significant difficulties in building appropriate international architectures. Planning a system appropriate to firm's global strategy. Structuring organizations of systems and business units. Solving implementation issues, choosing right technical platform. Global strategies, we have organizing international information systems, global strategies in business organization. There are three main kinds of organizational structure. Decentralized, which is in the home country, decentralized or dispersed to local foreign units, coordinated, all units participate as equals. Four main global strategies. Number one is the domestic exporter. Second is multinational. Third, franchiser. Fourth, transnational. Global business and strategies. We have business function, domestic exporter, multinational, franchiser, transnational. These are the examples under the business function. We have production, finance, accounting, sales, marketing, human resources, strategic management. You can see that there are a lot of differences in the domestic exporter column, multinational, franchisers, and transnational. And the next one, organizing international information systems, global systems to fit the strategy. Configuration, management, and development of systems tend to follow global strategy chosen. Four main types of system configurations, as stated earlier: centralized. Oh, it's different. Centralized systems, development, and operation occur totally at domestic home base. Then we have duplicated. Development occurs at home base, but operations are handed over to autonomous units in foreign locations. We have decentralized. Each foreign unit designs own solutions and systems. And network development and operations occur in coordinated fashion across all units. This is the global strategy and systems configurations sample chart. We have centralized Xmark on domestic exporter, duplicated Xmark on franchisor, and then decentralized on domestic, multinational, and franchisor network on multinational and transnational. To develop a global company and information system support structure, we have number one, organize value-adding activities along lines of comparative advantages. For example, locate functions where they can best be performed for least cost and maximum impact. Number two, develop and operate systems units at each level of corporate activity, regional, national, and international. Number three, we have established at world headquarters. Single office responsible for development of international systems, global CIO position. Managing global systems. Principal management challenges in developing global systems, agreeing on common user requirements, introducing changes in business processes, coordinating application development, coordinating software releases, encouraging local users to support global systems. Typical scenario, this organization on a global scale. Traditional multinational consumer goods company based in the United States and operating in Europe would like to expand into Asia. World headquarters and strategic management in United States. Only centrally coordinated system is financially controls and reporting. Separate regional, national, production, and marketing centers. Then we have foreign divisions have separate IT systems. Email systems are incompatible. Each production facility uses different ERP system, different hardware and database platforms, and so on. Then we have the global system strategy. Share only core systems. Core systems support functionality critical to firm. Partially coordinate systems that share some key element. Do not have to be totally common across national boundaries. Local variation desirable. Peripheral systems need to suit local requirements only. This is the local, regional, and global systems. Agency and other coordination costs increase as the firm moves from local option systems toward regional and global systems. However, transaction cost of participating in global markets probably decrease as firms develop global systems. A sensible strategy is to reduce agency costs by developing only a few core global systems that are vital for global operations, leaving other systems in the hands of regional and local units. Managing global systems, number one, define core business processes. Two, identity core systems to coordinate centrally. Number three, choose an approach. Either piecemeal and grand design approach tend to fail. Evolve transnational applications incrementally from existing applications. Number four, make benefits clear. Global flexibility, gains in efficiency, global markets, and larger customer base unleash new economies of scale at production facilities, optimizing corporate funds over much larger capital base. The management solution, implementation, agreeing on common user requirements, short list of core business processes, develop common language, understanding of common elements and unique local qualities, introducing changes in business processes. Success depends on legitimacy, authority, ability to involve users in change design process. Coordinating applications development. Coordinate change through incremental steps. Reduce set of transnational systems to bare minimum. Coordinating software releases. Institute procedures to ensure all operating units update at same time. Encouraging local users to support global systems. Co-optation, bringing the opposition into design and implementation process without giving up control over direction and nature of the change. Permit each country to unit to develop one transnational application. Develop new transnational centers of excellence. Technology challenges of global systems. Number 1, computing platforms and systems integration. How new core systems will fit in with existing suite of applications developed around globe by different divisions. Standardizations, data standards, interfaces, software, and so on. Connectivity. Internet does not guarantee any level of service. Many firms use private networks and VPNs. Low penetration of PCS, outdated infrastructures in developing countries. Internet population and selected countries. In selected countries. The percentage of the total population using the internet in developing countries is much smaller than in the United States and Europe, but it is growing rapidly. Software, integrating new systems with old, human interface design issues, languages. Software localization, converting software to operate in second language. Most important software applications, TPS and MIS, SCM, EDI, and enterprise systems. Collaboration tools, email, video conferencing. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so as our presenter mentioned, that a while ago, before we start, I leave 5 questions that we will be able to answer right after this lesson. Number 1 is, what major factors are driving the internalization of business? Wherein this will be also the objectives of our presenters. He stated the development of low-cost international communications and transportation has resulted in the formation of a global culture with consistent expectation and convention. So, political stability in global knowledge base that is growing is widely distributed and contributes to global culture. So global markets, global production, coordination, distribution, and global economies of scale are all influenced by these broad elements. So number 2 question is, what are the alternative strategies for developing global business? Excuse. Now, domestic exporter, multinational, franchisor, and transnational are the 4 basic international strategies, as our presenter mentioned earlier. So all production factors are coordinated on a worldwide scale in a transnational strategy. However, the strategy used in determining by the sort of business and products. Okay? Number 3 question is, how can information systems support different global business strategies? Again, there is a link between corporate strategy and the design of information system. So transnational corporations must create network system configurations that allow for significant development and operations decentralization. Franchisees nearly open, employed, centralized financial control, and duplicate system across many countries. On the other hand, multinational corporation often rely on dispersed independence among its employees, no? Then foreign units with some inclination toward network development. Then domestic exporters are normally headquartered in a country with some decentralized activities allowed. Number 4 is, what are the challenges posed by the global information system in management solutions for these challenges? Excuse me. So, because of cultural and political linguistic variety, as I mentioned earlier, no, we had persons who are knowledgeable in Bisaya language. Maybe somebody are good also in Ilocanos language. So differences in company culture and business process are amplified, and proliferation of ideas is encouraged. Okay? So a patchwork or local information system that are difficult to connect international systems on the whole have, without a purposeful strategy, evolution took place. No? A limited subset of fundamental business operations can be defined as a solution, and concentrating on the development of the technologies to support this processes. No? Managers will have to cope in a tactical sense, and overseas units to participate in the creation and operation of these systems from all around the world to have a tight grip on the situation. No? So, number 5 question is, what are the issues and technical alternatives to be considered when developing international information system? Implementing a worldwide system necessitates a plan that takes into account both company design and technological platforms. Systems are the most important hardware and telecommunication issues, because connectivity and integration, when it comes to integration, you have two options, no? The proprietary architecture or open system technology, because building and operating global network is exceedingly complex. Firms can either develop their own worldwide networks or use the internet to create global networks. Maybe somebody are using intranets and virtual private networks are example of intranets now. The most processing software concern relate the creation of user interfaces, current system, and selecting applications that can work with a variety of cultural, linguistic, and linguistic context, a framework for organizations. Again, the main software issues concern building interfaces to existing system and selecting applications that can work with multiple cultural language and works organizational frameworks key. So I think that's it for this topic.